Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Frozen Fortune. Now, I thought I'd start off by showing you Mahmoud Hassan. He's not played perhaps as many games this season as we might have thought he might have done. Other players have just kind of superseded him in the squad. I still think he's going to be a worthwhile, useful player for us, and he's quite happy playing the role that he is out on a backup contract. So that's kind of fine for us at the moment. He's got that balanced personality, so I do think that the potential for growth on him is perhaps a little bit limited compared to some of the other players. I don't know. Should also point out, I try to keep the videos within 20 to 24 minutes in length because I don't want them to run on for too long. And because I'm not doing videos every day anymore, I can do a little bit more because obviously you're not getting bombarded with my content like you used to be. But my God, I still end up cutting out a good 10 to 12 minutes of me just rambling and talking about little minutiae of the game that I wish I could leave in, but I just don't think there's any room for that kind of stuff. This sort of thing might get cut out by itself, like genuinely. But enough on that. We've had some league games. Oh, it's been nice just to play some games in the league. Today we've got 2 more games in the league as we battle it out for essentially to finish as high as possible and close that gap to Copenhagen. So let's get into those. Now, this is one of those games where you just look back and go, how the hell did we not win this one? Mariano Bravo gave us a 2-goal lead against a poor Esbjerg side in the first half of this game. He had 2 really good opportunities and put them both away. Also, Mariano Bravo, now sponsored by Andrew over on the Patreon. That's the second one in like 2 weeks we've had sponsor a player. So massive, massive thank you for that. Now paying some of Mariano Bravo's wages, and I think he's probably the highest paid player at the club, so thank you for that. But yeah, and then they scored twice in first half stoppage time, both from set pieces if I recall correctly. The first one definitely was, which just completely shook me up, frankly. I thought when we considered the first one, I was like, that's very unfortunate because it might well have been their first chance of the game. But the second one, and then in the second half, we battered them again. In fact, we actually missed 3 one-on-ones in this, not one-on-ones so much as open goals in the same move. In like the 90th minute of the game, we had a situation where our players should have hit the open goal 3 different times. Hit the post, goalkeeper, and then the post again. It was ridiculous, but that's just how it is. In our next match, we travelled away to SecondYellowCard, another side struggling in the lead. Juan Shishi gave us the lead after 2 minutes, and then a Matteo Fonseca goal made it 2-0. We weren't exactly convincing at this point, but I was like, 2-0 up, we're comfortable. Oh no, because then immediately they scored 2 quick goals, and once again, we threw away a 2-goal lead. Ragas, and then a Bradley Danger, oh, remember him, penalty, made it 2-2. And in the second half, Arman Taranis actually made it 3-2 to SecondYellowCard, and by this point, they were actually playing all right, so I was very, very confused by what was going on in this game. Thankfully, Jonas Svenningsson, of all people, finally scores his first goal of the season off of, I think it was a Bravo cross, getting there, oh, yeah, I think it was a Bravo cross, with the header, and it was one goal for him, 3-3 for us, but again, a game where we're 2-0 up, you should not be throwing that away to only take a draw. These were both winnable games. Next up, we travelled away to 6th place Vela. In theory, a much tougher game, but on the paper, we absolutely smashed them. More chances than them by far. We were fantastic. Moskutsa put us in front early on. Sani Akinola made it 2-0. A weird combination, I grant you. And then Eric and Thomas Tverskov, would you believe it? They came back from 2-0 down. 3 successive games we've conceded goals when 2-0 up to go back to the lead. This time, Gil Tavares, of all people, came off the bench and scored the winner for us. So a very unorthodox set of scorers in this one, Moskutsa, Akinola and Tavares, but I will take it. We actually did look quite good. Just weirdly, some defensive problems got in the way. We're still one of the best defences in the league, though, despite all of that. Jonas Svenningsson twisted his ankle in this game and had to go off in first half stoppage time, which means he's going to be out for a minimum of 5 weeks. So I don't think he'll be playing in either of today's 2 games. So it's going to be an Ursan and Bravo frontline. Not ideal for Svenningsson at all. Maybe he can come back with a fresh outlook. Then we finally had our cup game against Kalundborg, and it was a fairly routine win. 2 goals for Juan Shishi, 1 for Keradine Chawi, and 1 for Johnny Iya. I mean, about as routine as you're going to get. They did have a clear-cut chance, but they did miss it, so it was a fairly routine one, a 4-0 win. I think we've been drawn against someone from our league in the next round of the cup, so it might well be the year that we don't win the cup either. It's not going to be a good season for us unless we close the gap to beat to Copenhagen, really. And then, to add the biggest insult to the biggest injury possible, we got royally mugged off by Midtjylland to an almost absurd level. We were the better side on the night by a comfortable amount. They had 1 shot on target, which was Simon Poulsen's goal, and that's it. No chances created, no nothing. Mostly just pot shots from range. And they won the game. We didn't take our chances when we could have done. We should have won this game comfortably, and we somehow lost it 1-0. This one was just one of those games. This is one of those things where people say, you got FM'd. We didn't. Sometimes you just don't play very well. But it was very frustrating. But to only win 1 of the 4 league games we played in this one, and it to be away at Vela, probably one of the tougher games, and to, not get the win against Esbjerg or SecondYellowCard, and to not win this one when we played so well, Just one of those things, unfortunately, guys. Also, we had an American lad join us, Mark Jachim, or Jachim, or whatever. Point is, he's another striker that joined us. I felt like he was worth giving a contract to because we had that little just spare money lying around, and he's got the resolute personality. I couldn't really see any reason why not to. Actually, I think he didn't have the resolute. I think he actually didn't, but he's been being tutored by Ursan, so he might well have passed that on to him. I'm pretty certain he had a balanced one before, but that's even better. So I figured, why not bring him in, get him on a contract, and get him some game time, perhaps, you know, in the reserves or whatever. Sell him on. We've actually got a pretty even record against them. They've beaten us 3 times, and we've beaten them 3 times. But recent results suggest that I think we should have this, but it's away from home. We've just sort of struggled a little bit as of late. So much so that I went back to using the normal Velvet Thunder just to try and figure out some kind of continuity, to try and figure out what's going to work. We know what this works because we've played it before. We just, I don't know, things have just not quite clicked over the last few matches. I feel like maybe we've been a bit unlucky with some of them, particularly with the Arsenal game and whatnot. It just sort of carried over. But we shouldn't be conceding 2-goal leads in 3 successive games. Yes, we won one of them, but we should have taken 9 points, and instead we took 5. We could be top of the league if we'd actually won those games, you know? But I'm thinking standard Velvet Thunder for this one for today. Let Akinola do a bit of playmakeriness up in his normal position, and we'll go with, in the middle, who do we go with here? Morley, maybe? I am tempted to stick with Mahmoud Hassan today. Give him a run out, see if he can redeem himself a little bit. Yeah, Ursan has been tutoring. He's tutoring Mark Jachim, so he's already picked up his personality. That was really quick. On the bench, we're going to go with Damshare. We need to get Chris Baker back from his loan spell, but I don't think we can. Chowie, Santos, Jachim, Damgard, Hansen, and Ia. So Jachim's immediately going to come in and actually be able to make some potential impact for us. He's played a few games for the B team, and he's already scored like 6 goals for them, to give you an idea. Now, as much as it sucks that we're out of Europe, I really do think we can close the gap on the title this year and try to make it a little bit of fun in the league and get through a lot of games and really start to try and get some momentum going. I really hope so anyway. So, question of the day. Have you ever signed a player on FM that you know personally? No, not really. I don't know any football players. The closest I've come to knowing a football player is that my mum's friend's son used to be in the academy of a former Premier League side. That's the closest I've come, basically. And I think the old Swindon Town goalkeeper used to watch my videos back in the day, so there's that as well. But yeah, have you ever signed a player that you knew on FM, and how did they do for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you have an idea for a question of the day, drop those in the comments as well with the hashtag QOTD Mosquito. Bravo! Round the post, and we should be in front inside the first minute here. That would have been a massively important start for us, and bravo. I mean, I would say he needs to do better, but it's a tough one for him, really. Taubli, watch out. Jorgensen. Taubli is still going to be a danger man for them, no doubt. Lingberg, oh, over the bar. First minute, and both teams have had a chance. Like, that is a little bit worrying, actually. That oh, God, Taubli was through. Saved by Konate. I'm tempted, you know, just to turn Konate off of his pass it shorter. Most of the time he ignores the other instruction anyway, but him passing it shorter might be getting us into trouble here, whereas if we hit it a bit longer, we might be able to win some balls in the midfield. Uh-oh. Jensen's ball. Kurtzen, oh, Taubli at the back post. Norgeland 1, B67 0. We've just suddenly started looking really unconvincing in games. I don't know why. It's a weird one. Like, tactically, nothing's really changed from last season. But the last few games, since we got knocked out of Europe, and corners have suddenly gone to pot as well. It's weird. There's a bit of space. Maybe if we could push the wingbacks onto attack, they could get into those spaces a bit easier. Akinola. Ursan's throw. Oh, that's a poor effort from him. But he's getting into positions, and that's good, I guess. Over the crossbar. I am tempted, you know, to push our wingbacks onto attacking for a bit. Because they are leaving huge gaps there because they've got their wingers pushed so far up the pitch, which we might well be able to exploit with the likes of Mosquito and Rogers Jr. Push them back a little bit. I don't know. To be honest with you, we're just looking incredibly unconvincing at the moment. There just seems to be... Oh, here we go. Bravo. Can he get through his man? He's through. Oh, around the post again. There's a good chance, but he needs to hit the target. Since they're using this right side so much, I'm going to actually push right in on them. Try to shake them up a little bit. It's the only thing I can think of to do at the moment. We're just not creating anything at the moment. Ursan's not been great. Bravo's been all right. We just seem to have lost a lot of our attacking threat. It's a strange one, particularly as we looked really good against teams like Arsenal in the Europa League. And since then, just seem to have fallen off the boil a little bit. Ursan, Bravo, and it's saved by Woganson. We've been better in the second half, but still not that good. Ursan's been dreadful. Bravo's not been great either, but Ursan is on a booking. And I'm tempted to get Iya on for him. Try to shake things up a little bit, get some early crosses in perhaps. Both defenders... Christian Lever's been the only player that's really performed well on the night. Chowie perhaps on for Hassan? Or maybe for Rogers Jr. actually. He's played poorly. Get stuck in a little bit more. Just try and find something in this final half an hour of the game. I feel like we've been alright, but they've created the better overall opportunities. We've had little half chances here and then. The possession's really swung back in favour of Norgeland. Taubli, watch out. Easily mopped up. Lever. Chowie again. Akinola. Into the channel for Bravo. He's got runners. Cheat. Oh, he's going to shoot, isn't he? Please don't shoot. Here we go. Moskutsa. Ball in. Bravo. Oh, okay, but this is... Oh, it's a penalty. Oh, Johnny EU was apparently shoved. Right, here we go. Mariano Bravo with a chance to level things up for us at least. Come on, Mariano. He's normally so good with penalties, and he scored it. 1-1 here. I feel like that might well be deserved. Perhaps. We've looked a lot better lately. I still want to try and go on and win this game, but at least if we get ourselves level, it gives us something to build on. We've looked a lot better lately. E has looked good since coming on. He's won some headers, and that's what I mean by that. Here we go again. Shishi. Akinola in acres of space. Iya saved. Right, here we go. Now we're rocking a little bit more. Hassan, safety. Over the top. Iya's through. Johnny Iya's in. He got it caught under his feet, I think. Wasn't a good chance. Well, it was a good chance. Oh, God. Actually, this is one of those situations where it could lead to stuff. Wilkinson, what's he doing? What is the goalkeeper doing? Shishi. Oh, Juan, man. Just take a touch, buddy. We might well have to get him off. How tall is Mark Yachim? Where is it? 5'11". He's not super short, I guess. We'll give it a crack. See what he can do on his debut for us in the final 10 minutes of this match. Out wide for Diallo. Just get out to him. Don't let him get the crossing. Or if you're going to let him get the crossing, don't let him get... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. You could see it coming from a mile away, that goal. I think they've probably been the better side, but come on. I don't understand what's happened to us over the last sort of games. It just sort of started... The moment Esbio got those 2 goals back in first half stoppage time, we've just been unable to take chances in games. Look at this. Oh, my God. Right, you know the drill. Push player up in the midfield. Do rest. Overload. The usual nonsense. Route 1. Pump ball into box. Take more risks. All that stuff. Push up higher. We're just got to try and force an equaliser. But I just... They've been quite good, Nordsjælland, and that's what bothers me, that we've let them. I can... Oh, dear. Courtson. That's it. That's better. Put some pressure on it. Square it. There we go. It's 2-2. Mariano Bravo with the equaliser for us. I don't know what they were doing defensively there, but they've looked like that a few times in this game already. Now the question is, what do we do? Do we stay on what we're doing? Or do... Actually, it's going to ask me if I want to proceed with tactical changes after the goal, isn't it? Sani Akinola does brilliantly here. Slide tackle, then to dink it up for Bravo. Another 2 goals today for him. He's continuing to score, that's for sure. That's 13 in the league already. It's going to ask me, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay, apparently we've already made the change. That's a bit worrying, because now whatever I do isn't going to come into effect until after the next passage of play anyway. So we might just let this play out and see what happens. Limburg. Kanate. Oh, do we stick or twist here? Because I wanted the win. And if we were to somehow turn this around here, this would be a very... Oh, God. This would be an excellent moment for us. Lever. Talbleeb. Chowie. Kanate picks it up. They're putting a lot of pressure on us, that's for sure. Chowie. Shishi. God, we need to get the ball forward. There we go. Bravo into the channel. Oh, God. Yachim needs to make a run. Come on, son. Make a run. Moskutsa! Oh, my God. What a chance to the back post. That could have been the winner there from Fabian Moskutsa. We've got 5 minutes to go. This is going to be a hell of... We're just going to go for it. I really want us to try and win this game. Yachim. Runners running from left and right. Please don't shoot. I feel like he was... Yeah. He had that shot in him all along. Shishi will probably shoot now as well. Yeah, that's the overload talking, unfortunately. Although we are looking to pressurise them quite considerably here. Moskutsa. Akinola, getting a bit lucky. Yachim, Bravo! What a save, I think. Yeah, it was. Out wide and immediately won by Keradine Chowie. Into the channel for Bravo. Goalkeeper's coming out to collect it for some reason. Yachim! Oh my goodness me. Mark Yachim, what a way to finish this game. Right. Now, we're going back. Contain. I rarely ever use that, but I feel like now is a good time for it. I don't know what the goalkeeper is doing here. Into the channel for Bravo, the defender just leaves it for the goalkeeper, who instead of clearing it, gets tackled by Bravo, who then has the presence of mind to wait, pick out Mark Yachim in the middle there. I don't know how to say his name, someone tell me. It's 3-2 to B67 here in the 92nd minute. Okay, let's just hang on for the final 3 minutes of this game. Based on actual chance creation over the course of the full 90 minutes, I think we are value for the win. It's come a lot later than I was hoping it might. Oh, Hassan's through. Can he square it? No. Shishi. Oh, what a chance late on. It could have been 4. We've actually picked up we finally picked up the pace towards the end of the game. Maybe going on attacking is a better approach against teams we feel we should beat, but we have won. Nordsjælland 2, B67 3, goals in the 88th and 93rd minute. Bravo and Mark Yachim. What a win that is. That feels really, really good. To go behind in the 87th minute and then to win. Who said the league would be boring? That's brilliant. Right, let's move on. Right then, guys, we're back, and I thought I'd just jump in a tiny little bit early to show you that we're actually about to sign another player. This has all happened in between. I got some scout reports back. I sent my scouts out to Brazil to look at a lot of players from this year's youth intake, because we've got a bit of time and we've got enough scouts now that I can actually do that. We did it with Africa too, and we've got a few being scouted, but I noticed that there was this guy called Levier. He plays for, who does he play for? It doesn't really matter who he plays for. Operacio. He's a central midfielder, but the point is he has 5-star potential. That's the key thing. Currently, ambitious personality. I think, okay, there's a few areas where he's not fantastic, but I think there's some areas where he could definitely be improved and, you know, injury prone, few little things. But the key thing is, we were able to sign him for £10,000, and I kind of just thought, you know what, let's take a punt on a guy like this. For 10k, it's kind of worth it for us. Yes, there's a bit of a contract thing, obviously, but we've got money on contracts now. That's not really where our big money lies. It's all in transfers. So if we can pick someone up like this for 10k, you just never know. So I figured we'll give it a crack. Which actually reminds me, Budimir, this guy, Franco Budimir, came through my scout reports, and he's really, really, really good. He's being scouted at the moment. We're not going to see a proper report on him, but good finishing, good first touch, good composure, concentration. Dribbling isn't bad. He's 6'2". He's got good physicals. He looks like an incredibly good player. He's only 19 years old. He's Bosnian. And I just wonder if this is the kind of guy that we could maybe go after at the end of the year if he has a season like this. It's interesting. That's all. I know he's on good money, but tell you what, if we were looking for a brand new striker, this guy is pretty damn good. 8 goals in the league for Randers this year too. And then they signed him from FK Sarajevo. I don't know for how much. £175,000 they paid FK Sarajevo. So I don't know. But you never know. Something to consider, perhaps. So based on what happened in the last game, I'm actually tempted to go on to attacking from the start in this one. We've been training attacking positioning, and I do kind of wonder, because I think this old tactic is, yeah. So we've still got the attacking mentality trained quite nicely, which means that we shouldn't lose a great deal of familiarity with it when we actually go to it. And I do kind of wonder if games we should be winning, we should actually be trying to take them by the scruff of the neck and get the wins, rather than pussyfooting around, basically. So standard starting lineup, no worries. Everyone's fully match fit. Chowie, Santos, Jachim, Damgor, Hansen, and Iya on the bench. Svenningsson is available, but will not be playing in this one, of course. Playing a very similar shape to Nordsjælland, which does make me wonder if there's potential for us to exploit the same issues we did in the last game, where we throw our wingbacks onto attacking later in the game if things aren't quite panning out for us, and then try and push their wingers back a little bit, make them do a bit of defending. Bravo. Akinola. Shishi. Into the channel for Bravo. We might see a few little stray shots this time around because of obviously playing on attacking, but I still think it's probably the best approach for today's game. Just to give us a bit more of an attacking edge, Hassan. Akinola, oh, use the wide man. Please use the wide man. It's a bit too deep for him, although Ersan could, no, not quite. A fairly even game of basically nothing happening so far, really. They've had one half chance, we've had none, really. But still, look, we've got a bit of danger to us. Here we go, Bravo. Right, got to find Ersan. Here's your moment, buddy. Ersan! And it's over the crossbar. First real good chance of the game for us comes. Here we go again. Shishi. Akinola. Ersan blocks on the line. Okay, the pace has started to pick up a little bit now in our favour. That's more like it, guys. I don't know, we just seem to have lost a little bit of the convincingness. Like I said in the last game, I know we won the match in the end and looked quite convincing towards the final stages of that, but there was huge parts of that game where we just created nothing. Ishii. And we're just looking so vulnerable to things like that, and now we trail at home to Bromby. And this is what I mean. I don't understand where the arse has just fallen out of us again. Last game papered over the cracks a little bit with that late showing, but once again, Ishii has all the time in the world here. Leva can't get out to him quick enough, ball in, and the defenders just aren't bothering to track runners again. Nielsen's in at the far post, and we trail. I mean, they deserve the lead. Cleared away. Right, well, we're just going to have to keep pushing at it again. I don't really want to have to come from behind again, but if we have to, then we have to. Ersan's shot is round the post. They've been the better side. Right, Ersan's not been good tonight, unfortunately, so it is time, once again, for Johnny Iya. We'll switch to the same approach as we did in the last game, unfortunately, which is more direct passing. I think I did more direct passing. I can't remember, actually. Push up a little bit more. There's still time, but once again, having to come from behind is the last thing we want in this game, particularly against a team who aren't that great, really, in the grand scheme of things. Shishi, Santos, Iya, Bravo's in, and Bravo has missed. That was a really good chance for Mariano Bravo there. He should at least be hitting the target. Bravo's not had the best game. Let's get Mark Jashim on again, see if he can't rescue us for the second game in a row. Putting a lot of pressure on this young lad. Headed away. Hassan. Lots of space out wide for him. Just find one of them. Rogers Jr. In for Shishi. That's better. Cross. Back post. Iya. And tipped over by Runarsson. That's better. Those are the kind of passes we need to get to Johnny Iya. I guess it's that time again. It's weird, is all it is. It's just weird. Maybe it's just one of those things. Sometimes it just isn't going to go for you. But we really do seem to have dropped off from a creative standpoint. That's what's worrying me the most. This is all going to culminate with a long shot from someone useless, is my prediction. Jachim. Iya scores, and it's 1-1. Johnny Iya with the goal. Mark Jachin with the assist. Of course they have. Of course it was those two again. I really want more than a draw, though. We do need to find a way. If we found a way to win this game as well, then it's a weird one, because I can't play like this during every game. Jachin does brilliantly to knock that inside, and Johnny Iya with the goal levels things up here. 5 minutes to go. Probably find that we'll stay on this, and this time we will end up conceding the winner to them. But sometimes you just got to take these risks. Santos, Shishi. Oh, round the post again. He's got no shortage of options as Kanate. Rogers Jr. is in there. Oh, over the top. Johnny Iya's through again. Oh, what a chance that was for Johnny Iya. He could have won it in the 95th minute. What a performance from him coming off the bench. Scores the equaliser, and then very nearly scores the winner. Jachim! Oh my god, that should have been... I feel like we should have won this in the end. Again, I don't know what it is. These late game surges when we have to throw everything at them, but we're just not creating anything before those points. Should have possibly won this game too, but that's how it is. Oh, by the way, in the Midtjylland game, they didn't have a single key pass in the entire match. There you go, a 1-1 draw at home to Bromby. Not the best result in the world. We possibly could have done better on the night. Bit frustrating. Johnny EU's rescued us in this one. Mark Jachim, yet again, brilliant performance from him coming off the bench. It's a shame, but hey, we just need to get a bit more consistency in the game. That leaves the league looking like this. We are 2 points off the top of it, 1 point behind Lyngby. It's still very much up for grabs at this point. We've not lost too much ground. That's the key thing. We're a third of the way through the season in a minute, and we're only going to be 2 points behind FC Copenhagen. Now, that to me is progress. I don't know how we're doing this compared to last season in terms of points, but I feel like it has to be slightly better. And I do think Lyngby will fall away eventually, but we just need to be that little bit more consistent. Find a goal when we're struggling a little bit and just put some games to bed. And hopefully we can figure out, or I can figure out a way to do that before Christmas, and we can put ourselves in a nice cushy position going into the Christmas break. And that, of course, means that the next 2 games that we're going to be doing, we've got a lot of games in between. We've got Aalborg away, Bromby away, Randers away for days here, but then we've got home games against AGF, we've got the away game against Copenhagen, that's going to be tough. Home to Lyngby is important, but then we've got a final 2 games against Silkeborg and Kyrgyz. So, tough ones as it is, but I just feel like we just need to be within touching distance of them at the Christmas break. I mean, remember, we're not trying to win the... Well, obviously, you're always trying to win the league, but I don't think we will. I just want to see how close we can get this year. Just get a couple of wins, get a little bit of a streak going. It's been a little bit patchy. Still not many defeats in there, admittedly, but I would prefer less than we've had so far. We've lost to AGF, we've lost to Midtjylland. These were winnable games. So hopefully we can turn that around. But I still think it's a good episode just for the late drama alone. If you have enjoyed this episode, do be sure to smash a like on the video. That means the world to me. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe for new videos in your inbox every single Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the final games before Christmas. A huge amount of games in that episode. We're going to make a lot of progress. Hopefully we can stay within touching distance of Copenhagen. I feel like if we play well enough, we should be able to start getting second place pretty comfortably by that point, unless Lyngby really are the real deal. Who knows? I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.